What's up, y'all? My name is Sasso, and today I'll be showing you guys basically like a walkthrough of a beat that I made yesterday. So this is the beat right here. So this is it. Check this out right here. Right, and I think that was super dope. But there's actually something more behind this actually. So I went through this and I did something else. So here is the actual version that I really want to show you. So let's go over here. This is what I want to show you right here. Let's make sure that this is it. So that one is the one I actually prefer. But to start off with this, let's show you how I did the first one. So I got this sample from just Splice or whatever. So we listen to that by itself. Check it out. Just a really just a smooth guitar, you know what I'm saying? And I just like the way it sounded. I was like, this sounds super dope. So after that, I got the sample or whatever. I started playing around with this kick and whatever. So it started messing with this kick right here. You know. So that started with that. And then the next thing, let's go like this. Actually try like this. Let's go like this instead. Actually, before I even did all that, I started playing with the piano because the piano is one of my favorite instruments. So this is how this started. You know? Actually, where's that? I was like, okay, I like that. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing I added was this clap. And then I thought that was like this little. And that sound right here is let's see, let's actually go through here and find it actually. Let's go through F6 and let's find that sound. Where is that? Let's organize this real quickly. The track number. Okay, let's find it. Let's see. Right here. Actually, we actually gotta route this actually. So this sound right here, I'll go over here for a second, is actually something. It's actually, if we take this whole thing over here, you know, I like that, but I wanted to make sure that I only wanted just the tail of it. So I took that part off and I just kind of just took this, and that just sounded better to me. It just gave it just kind of like feeling or whatever. I didn't need the beginning part of it. I just wanted the tail piece, so it just kind of made it just feel kind of like, I won't say ambient, but it just gave it like a feeling to it. So that's what I did for that. And let's see. Next thing we added was probably this right here. These are muted. Let's see. Those are muted. Muted again. Muted again. And then so these hi hats I added right here was something like, I like using hi hats like I like giving my hi hats like these rolls and stuff like triplets and stuff like that. So we look at this. I like stuff with a lot of bounce to it. That's what I did with that, and I kind of like left the ending alone. I just kind of like wanted this beginning part in this first one bar here. So that's what I did with that, and then over time, it's gonna just take that and just switch the variation of it. And so we did that, and then right here, the same thing. It's just same thing with a little bit more swing on it because I wanted it to have this. I didn't want it to feel like it was on time with each other. I didn't want them to feel like they were on time with each other, so I just made it where they were just like slightly just off from each other, so they got that like groove to it. So that was pretty much it for that. And then my favorite one of my favorite parts is coming up in a second. Let's see what this is. And this part right here. And I like that so much. So these are something. This is something I played by hand, and I just like the key that it was in, and like So basically, what I did was this. So originally, it was. Let me see if I could just mute this off for a second. Originally, it was just like this. You know, and I like the way that was feeling. Right. So in order for that to, I wanted to cut through a little bit more, and I wanted to have like this lower feeling and this higher feeling. So I duplicated it and put them in the same position. So that way, when you listen back to it, this is what you get. It feels more full. It feels more full. And all I did was put a little bit of reverb over that, just cut some highs and a little bit of lows and whatever, and that's pretty much it. So altogether, you basically get this here. So yeah, so that it's really just simple. Honestly, it's really just simple. I just kind of like just worked with the sample, and I could have chopped it up, but I didn't want to at that point in time. So on to the next one. Now this okay. So right here, this is my favorite part right here. So with this right here, where you see it says pattern three consolidated. So I took that same sample and I chopped it up. Let's see right here. Let's find it real quickly so I can show y'all real quick. This is the pattern. I took it and I just chopped it up. I forget this one is it. No, I left it here. And this one, I chopped it up, and this is what it sounds like. So let's just play it by itself. Go like this. Right. So I was okay. That's dope. That was super dope. And I was like, I'm in love with that. Right. So the thing I did with this was I actually had brightening up. So FL Studio has what's called now Formant. So with Formant, basically you can make things much more saturated, basically, and you can make it more dull, or you have a filter or a low type of filter over it. So this is what it was before I made it more brighter. So this is what it sounded like before. All right. A versus. It's a big difference. Way. That's a big difference. So going on to that next part, we are now gonna go on to the drums. So with this here, I just wanted this one part to be silent by itself, and then I wanted the drums to come in and everything. So that's what I did here. So this is just a drum loop that I went and just got. So with this here, I did the same thing. I basically muffled it because I wanted to make it feel like it was more behind it because it was a little brighter. So if you listen to it like this, oops, right here. But I was like, okay, this is super dope. But I basically just muted it. Not muted, I basically muffled it a little bit, and this is what you get. And that was dope. And then I just had the little cut here, so I wanted everything to like just to start back, so that's what I did there. So the next thing I did was this. And this is not in no particular order with this one. I added this 808 here. So I'll show y'all. And I just have some slides going on, so it really just repeats itself, and I just have a little different variations when it comes to just the slides. So yeah. So the next thing we did was this. We added this this shout, and this is one of my favorite shouts. So and you can just tell that it gives it like this feeling, like it kind of like just immerses you into like the music. So it's like that add a little texture that just kind of like sinks you in more. So that's why I added that, and it sounds dope. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing was this right here. So this right here is just a kick that I got, and I wanted to create more of a thump with it, just a more just definitive feeling to it. So this is what I did with this. And I don't have it going off everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted it in just basically the beginning and then the middle part. So that's what I did. So if you look at it, and listen to the kick again. See it? So basically, when you're doing music in general, the goal is to make stuff fit, and that's just a drum loop. You know what I'm saying? It's a drum loop. It's a melody that I chopped up. I added my own little twists and things to it. It's about how can I make stuff work and not overdo it. So that's what I did with that. I didn't want it just everywhere because it didn't feel right to me. So so that's why I did it. Give it just this when they hear it here because it hit in a certain type of place, and it's like, okay, I like this style, and they give it a certain rhythm that's kind of like just like it's hard to just ignore, So that's why I added that. Next thing we added was this hi hat right here. I added this hi hat. So we listen to that. added a hi hat just to give it that drum some assistance. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't want it to really interfere with it. I just wanted to make it feel like it was adding on to it. So you could see where the hi hats begin to slide. So I wanted to make it give it that anticipation. This is why you see it sliding here. That's why you see sliding here. And and all it's doing is leading to that clap to that end that resolution. So that's what I basically did for that. So and then I we kept on going, we kept on moving, and let's see this like this, you know, and this is basically the same right here. It's basically the same, kind of like following the same pattern without So the last thing I did was add this here. I added this guitar right here. So this is just a guitar right here. So this is from Labs. This is from Labs, and this is just a bass guitar. So so all that is like I said before, it's a bass guitar, and all I did was add some saturation with some distortion. Add a little bit of distortion on there, and that's pretty much it. So if I take this off here, like it's different, you know what I'm saying? But we add actually yeah we did. But we add this saturation here that we have on this one. It just gives it just this nice feeling. So yeah. So that's what I did with that. And then I decided to add this filter in the beginning right here. You know, I wanted to add this filter. So this is what I did. This filter right here. To just put it more underwater almost. It almost felt like an old radio almost to me. Right. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So I then added just some reverb. I added some reverb. Let me find this real quick. Added some reverb. Took some of the mix level down, and this is what we got. Oh, one last thing right here. I added this here. The same thing I was telling y'all from earlier. It's the same thing. I just basically just added that because it just gave it just a nice feeling. It just gave a nice like transition, just very subtle. It just adds on to it. So listen to it again. You see that? And yeah, so that's basically how I made this beat. So if you guys like this content, again, if you guys like this type of content, let me know. Um, Go ahead and like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you are alerted when I do post a video. So with that being said, you can find me at IG at the Real Sasso. And again, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And yeah, so we gone.